Hi, welcome back to Musicians Edition Aural Skills. Today, we're gonna listen for tempo. Ready? Let's go! Alright, so our previous music theory lesson, we learned all about tempo. So if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend going back and watching it again so you can learn what everything is in detail. But in case you just want to do this lesson, here is a quick recap. So, tempo, it means speed. And of course, there are different kinds of speeds. There's slow and fast, but that's not the technical terms that we use in music. So what we use is largo. Largo is very slow, and there are 40 to 60 beats per minute. Then there's adagio, which is slow. That's 66 to 76 beats per minute. Then we have andante, and that's kind of like a walking pace. So it's 76 to 108 beats per minute. Then we have moderato, and that's kind of a moderate pace. So it's 108 beats to 120 beats. And then there's allegro, and that's fast, and it has 109 to 132 beats per minute. And then we have vivace, which is fast, and that is 132 to 140 beats per minute. I also attached the cheat sheet down below. So now what we're going to do for today is we're going to listen to some sample music and we're going to determine the tempo of it. All right, so let's take a listen here. Let me get my headphones on. All right, so here is our first sample piece. All right, so can you tell what this is? So first you kind of need to just get the feel for the song. So let's listen again. This feels kind of right, like a good pace. And it feels on the slower side. All right, so what do you think this one is? This one is largo. It's 50 beats per minute. All right, these can be kind of challenging to determine exactly what they are, but you're at least able to determine if it was a slower piece or a faster piece. All right, let's check out the next sample we have. Okay, you think you can figure this one out? Let's take a listen again. All right, so can you tell if it was at least faster or slower than our previous one? This one feels faster. So I know the exact beats per minute. So let's first, what do you think it is? This one has 104 beats per minute. Which tempo would that put that in? That would put us in for andante. Great. All right, let's check out another sample piece, shall we? All right, so same thing. Does this one feel slower or faster than our previous song? Let's take a listen and try to figure out what it is. This one feels like it's been the fastest one we've listened to so far, don't you think? So what do you think it is? Well, this one is 130 beats per minute. So, which tempo would this put us at? This would be vivace. All right, let's check out our next sample piece. Okay, this one feels like it's got a little bit more involved, but it really doesn't. So let's take a listen again, shall we? Okay, did you kind of tap along or clap to kind of determine where the beats land? What do you think this one is? This one is 55 beats per minute. So what tempo would we be in? That would put us back to largo. All right, let's check out our next sample piece, shall we? Okay, so the easiest way still is to figure out, was this faster or slower than our last sample piece? Let's take a listen again. So this one feels faster. So what tempo do you think this one is? The beats per minute on this sample piece is 100, and that would put us at allegro. All right, ready for the next sample piece? Let's take a listen. Okay, so once again, let's determine, is this faster or slower than the previous sample? Let's listen again. So this one feels, I would say faster, right? It feels faster. Can you take a guess at what this tempo is? This one is 135 beats per minute. So what tempo would that take us to? Back to the V's. Great. Now if you're really struggling with these, what you can do is just find any sample pieces of music. It could be stuff you hear on the radio, classical pieces, maybe stuff you hear on YouTube. Get your handy dandy metronome and then just turn it on and then click until it fits it. So that's how you could figure out what the tempo is, and then just match it to, going along with our chart, to what the tempo name is. So that's some good extra practice you can do on your own. All right, let's listen to a few more of these, shall we? Here is our next piece. All right, what do you think this one is? To me, the hip-hop ones are a little harder to determine than the country ones or the rock ones, just because the drums are a little bit more intense. So let's take a listen again. All right, so do you think you could take a guess at what this one is? This one has 75 beats per minute. So what tempo would this be? This would be adagio. Great. And you know what? Something I also forgot to mention about our metronomes is a lot of them have the tap tempo. So let's see. This one does. So let's do metronome on. And that's all you have to do. So once you figure out the pacing of it, you just kind of hit it. So instead of like me tapping my desk or clapping, and then it tells me, like what I was just doing is 105. So that helps too, that it just has tap to tempo. Great feature. All right, so this is our last exercise. Let's give it a shot. What do you think this one is? Take a listen one more time. All right. So the hard part sometimes too is like I had my head doing the slower ones, is doing more of like the one pulse, but it's easy to get that mixed up with 1, 2, 3, 4, when really it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So be careful of that kind of counting in for feel. So, you know, sometimes it's just better to kind of clap and feel because your head sometimes likes to just go on the one motions. Anyway, what do you think that one was? That one had 115 beats per minute. What tempo would that put us at? Moderato. Great job. Now I know these exercises are starting to get a little harder as anticipated, but there's always little things you can do to practice and figure it out. So use your handy dandy metronome and just listen to any form of music you like and just figure out the tempo on your own. Your metronome will get you far, and then the rest is all about just memorizing what the tempos are and what speeds they go to. All right, well, thanks for joining me, and until next time.